Hey guys, what's going on? My name's William, formerly Take2 Baits. Some of you guys may know me, some of you may not. Going live here. Hopefully you guys can catch us live. Hopefully I'm doing this right. Kind of wanted to go over some of the things. First of all, there's chickens in the background. I apologize for that. Kind of wanted to go over some things that I'm going to be parting ways with. That's actually all the materials that I've got to make soft plastics. Again, some of you guys may tune into this video. If you do, I appreciate it. If you got any questions asked, I'll do my best to answer any questions that do come up. Again, I know there's going to be some people that join that are familiar with this channel. Again, apologize for the chickens. There's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, long story short, I have made the decision to get out of the bait business. And with that being said, I'm going to be selling off the items which I do have currently for making soft plastic baits. With that being said, I'm just going to kind of go over some of the things that are associated to making soft plastic baits, and these are the things. Hey, how you doing? Appreciate you joining. Oh, Mr. Team Strike Zone, dude, what's up, bro? Have not heard from you in a long time, man. I am so glad you joined. Anyway, long story short, gonna be parting ways with the items that I have as far as for making soft plastic baits. So just kind of cover those things real quick. I have a one thing I've got here going to be parting ways with is a dual injector. No problems with this dual injector. Works perfectly fine. And again, if you're just now joining in the video, these are things that I'm going to be parting ways with. So I've decided to kind of get out of the soft plastic business. Stuff's been sitting here for a long time, so it's time to try to recoup some of that money back. It's a single injector. Again, nothing wrong with the single injector. It's been sitting for a little bit. There we go. Every so often, you have to add oil to them to kind of get them moving again. I use practically just use worm oil for that. Guys, if you'll just bear with me as I get these things out, try to put them back in place. Again, going to be parting ways with the soft plastic business that I'm into. I have over 20 bottles of colorants. These are the pint-sized bottles by Lure Works. I could, Team Strike Zone, man, I ain't heard from you in a long time, bro. I appreciate you being on the channel. Let's see. Yeah, well, look, man, it's not that I've chose to get out, man. I just hadn't made baits in such a long time. You know, all this stuff's been sitting around here in the shop, not being used. I've made so many bags of soft plastics over the years. Kind of got away from actually selling to more of a providing scenario. Just I spent more money on giving baits away than I did actually selling baits, and it wound up becoming more of an occasional hobby. But I've kind of got into some other things that's kind of taking the place of that. I still got the kayak and still got all the fishing rods, so I'm still going to be doing fishing videos on YouTube. But it's just, you know, as far as making the baits go, man, it gets kind of expensive. But man, I've got enough material for somebody that wants to get into the business. Man, I mean, a lot of material. I'm not going to pull all this stuff out again. Guys, I apologize to our chickens that run around the yard. Nothing I can do about that. That's my wife's hobby. Chickens are her hobbies. Soft plastic and fishing's my hobby. Again, I've got over 20 bottles of colorants here. These are the pint sizes. They're all from Lure Works. Again, I won't go over each and every particular bottle, but as you can see, this is a 1 pint bottle of Lure Works chartreuse. This bottle here is, you know, it's 95% full. Everything that I have, as far as colorants go, is going to be probably 90 to 95% full as far as bottles go. Again, it's over 20 bottles of 1 pint size bottles of liquid colorants. I'm going to be selling from greens to blues to reds to pigment dyes to colorants. I mean, there's this one chicken that's very persistent about getting in here, and she goes up behind the kayak and likes to lay eggs. Then you go from the 1 pint size bottles. Here I've got some smaller 8-ounce bottles. This chicken, dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna kill a chicken alive. I shouldn't have said that. That'll get me banned, I'm sure. But this chicken's persistent. This is 8-ounce bottles from Bait Plastics. These are some blues, some blacks and greens. Again, man, more than any color you could possibly imagine as far as colors go. Kind of get in some glitters. Again, man, I won't be able to cover everything because there's so much stuff. I'm gonna be letting all this stuff go for $2 grand. I mean, this is a deal. Because just in molds alone, I've got that in molds. So basically, you're getting all the colorants, the glitters, the dyes, the pigments, everything that I possibly got. There's your glitters. You got reds, blacks, blues, small blues. Man, I could go on and on. Just I think there's over 40 containers of glitters and stuff. So again, I'll pull out some. I won't pull them all out. But as you can see, there's several bottles of glitter there. And guys, just bear with me here. Just kind of trying to keep this stuff organized to be gone. Let's see, I'll pull you out a couple different colors of glitter here. So as you can see, the bottles, these containers are relatively full as far as glitters go. Again, if anybody ever decided to get into the business of making soft plastics, I really did enjoy it. No doubt, I truly enjoyed it. I supplied a lot of soft plastics to some pro anglers. Team Strike Zone there, he's one of my former customers. Spent a lot of money with me, a whole lot of money, and I appreciate him because he actually supported the channel, supported the business. I'll get into some of the molds here. Again, man, there's so much glitter here. It's just it's unbelievable how much I actually spent on the actual project itself. Bags, bait bags for stolen, various sizes, man. I mean, there's 8x10s, 8x5s, 7x4s. I think these are 8x10s, 6x4s. A lot of unused, unopened new packages. I don't know what the weather's like there for you guys, wherever you are. Here in Tennessee currently, I think it's in the mid 50s right now. We're expected to have about 70-degree weather today. I've even got some brand new, unused, unopened soft plastic itself. In my previous videos, I said something about, as far as soft plastic goes, is that I was not a shaker when it came to making, mixing this stuff up. I always used a drill attachment. As you can see, some settlement here, and this is the liquid here. So I would use a power drill and a mixer as part of putting it to, as far as getting it mixed up. This is what a mixer would look like. So once you've mixed it up, I would normally let it set for 30 minutes. Do have a vacuum chamber as well. I'll show you a picture of that real quick. Work with me here. So here's a vacuum chamber here, and basically how this would work is here you've got the pump assembly for the vacuum chamber. It's a 6 CFM vacuum pump. Let's see. There we go. And that will pull a negative vacuum. There we go. That's basically how you would remove all the air and moisture content out of your soft plastic. So my process would be to fill up one of my glass Pyrex containers with anywhere between 16 ounces or 2 cups, or 32 ounces, 4 cups of soft plastic. It would go in the microwave, heated up to 350 degrees. I would actually shoot it with a thermal gun. That would tell me approximately what the temperature was of that product. Then either I would use a single injector or a dual injector, and that would be shot into a mold. I'm not going to show you all the molds I have, but I am going to show you several of the molds I have. This is an Angling AI 4-inch ecto crawl. So as you can see, it's a 4-inch crawfish mold. The hot plastic would come in this port here and run across the mold to the tail area of every one of the particular 4-inch crawls that were in there. So that's a 4-inch. You can look this stuff up on Angling AI's website, or I've got some Fat Guy Fishing molds as well. I think there's over 20 molds altogether. There's a 4-inch. I got one of the 4-inch. This is what they call a 3.5. So it's a 3-cavity, 3.5-inch ecto crawl by Angling AI. I've got 2 of these, and then I've got a 1 2-cavity, so I could make up 8, because 8 of those obviously came in a pack. And if you got any questions, ask your questions. I'll try to do my best to answer those questions. Let's see here. This is I do not know what this is. But again, guys, I'm selling out, man. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing right now, just kind of going over the things that I do have. I want to make sure there's a video so people can actually see. I'll kind of give you guys a little bit more details as I go. This is a Fat Guys Fishing 5-cavity, 5-inch split gut fluke. And again, you can look the prices up of these things on Fat Guys Fishing. Selling out. Gonna let this stuff go for around $2 grand. I can assure you there's probably closer to 5, as far as maybe 6, as far as material goes. Let's see if we get into another mold here. Just to I made the decision, man, just to kind of get out of it. It's been a while since I've made any soft plastics. Gonna continue with the fishing channel. Gonna start back up again. It's been a while since I've made any videos. 10-inch curl tail. It's an Angling AI 10-inch curl tail, 4-cavity. I got 2 of these. So there's enough. There's actually enough molds. I've got, again, guys, if someone woke up, which is what happened to me, and said, oh, I want to start making soft plastics. There's a lot of people out there in the industry that actually make soft plastics. But with that being said, I have enough for an individual to actually get started. Again, I'm going to be letting go some actual soft plastic mix, microwave oven, a toaster oven. I use a toaster oven. I'll give you kind of a visual shot of that. You'll have to forgive me for, you know, all the not editing or raw video here. Again, there's a toaster oven. I would actually take my molds during the cooler weather. I put my molds in there and kind of heat them up a little bit. And as the molds were actually heating up, again, for some of the guys that didn't know, I would take Pyrex measuring cup, and then I would place it in the microwave. And you know, you see a lot of these guys that got these microwaves, man, they're just covered in soft plastics. I did not clean this up prior to this video. This is just the way I always kept my stuff. I always took pride in my baits. Some of the guys who actually know me personally know that I'm that kind of guy that's going to take pride in what I made, because it was, you know, it's representation of who Take2 Baits was. If you guys haven't seen my channel, again, I have a YouTube channel, Take2Fishing. You can go to Take2Fishing, look at my videos, and you'll kind of see exactly what I'm talking about. The products that I sold, the molds I have, the colorants I have, the glitters I have. And I just wanted to make a video because on the soft plastics forum on Facebook, later today, I'm going to have all this stuff posted. Again, guys, if you have decided that you kind of want to get into business, again, Team Strike Zone, man, you have been faithful, man, from the very beginning. If there's anybody else on here, which it shows there's 16 people on here. So Team Strike Zone has been with me from the very beginning. And I've watched his videos. Guys go check out his YouTube channel as well. But the guy just randomly sends me a check, tells me he wants me to, send him some products. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So, it's one of my challenges here is to do well. And I did. Send him some products out. He's been a superb customer. So here's some 10-inch curltail worms, just as an example. This is a Angling AI 10-inch curltail mold that I showed you guys just a moment ago in my live. So this is actually a dual colored worm that's made with the dual colored injector. So if you guys have thought, again, if you guys ever get into, man, I think I want to get into the business of making soft plastics, today's your day, because I'm actually going to list everything that I have associated with soft plastics for sale. Dual injectors, single injectors, over 20 molds, over 40 bottles of colorants, over 60 bottles of glitter, pearls. Again, I'm sorry, I have chickens in the background. That's my wife's hobby. I don't know if there's any questions. I'm sure there's been a couple questions that come through. Like to answer any questions that you guys might possibly have. Did I enjoy my quality of work? Man, that's a great question. Man, I took pride. I've taken pride in everything I've ever done. Even trying to create content on YouTube. I've never been a professional content creator. But I'm just me. I'm just the normal Tennessean guy who said one day that, hey, I think I want to do YouTube. And I started out with a fishing show. It wasn't easy, but it was you guys that actually supported me, that made me think, man, there's people that actually like what I do. And then when it came to making soft plastics, I thought, man, I had a guy, I've actually got some of his worms, Mattingly Custom Baits. I started with a sponsor on my YouTube channel from a gentleman with Mattingly Custom Baits. And then I thought to myself, man, why would I have somebody to sponsor me as far as a YouTube channel? Why don't I just start making soft plastics on my own? So I did. I started making soft plastics. I got in the game slow. It's a very expensive thing. Just a 4-inch ecto crawl alone, this mold alone, is over $200. I mean, so that's a lot of work that goes into making a mold. And then you buy the mold. I probably spent somewhere in the neighborhoods of probably about $15,000 to get into the business. I even had a website. Eventually I kind of decided to kind of shut the business down and just kind of coast for a little bit, kind of take some time off, I guess you could say. I suspended or put to sleep my Instagram and TikTok. I was doing really well on that, but being able to keep up with those platforms is a full-time job. And when I say a full-time job, I mean, man, thumbs up to anybody that does YouTube for a living, because it's a very difficult job, right along with Instagram and TikTok and all those other platforms. But again, the reason why I'm on here today is because I'm actually going to be selling off everything I have associated to soft plastics. And just to kind of give you an idea as far as the colorants go, if I can get this in the camera just right, and I apologize if the views aren't that great, but as you can see, the variety of colorants that there are going to be for sale, a very large variety of colorants. I had everything organized, as far as colorants go. I could keep up with what was what. I had all my glitters that were stacked up here. Again, I had over I can pull some of these bottles out, over 40 bottles, 40 different types of glitters and stuff like that, from small, medium to large flake. But I'm still going to do the fishing channel. I'm going to start that back up. I've been kind of active in a couple other things. My wife went through some major health issues that were a challenge for us, and we kind of got through that, which is well. Again, I apologize for the chickens in the background. There's nothing I can do about that. That's my wife's hobby. They're horrible, man. They're just. I might get into a chicken baking channel. That would probably be a lot more fun. again, my name's William. I was with, Take Two Baits on this channel. You guys want to go check out any of those videos, I would appreciate it. It's been a long time since I've talked to some of you guys. I do appreciate, I've seen how many guys jumped in, or how many individuals jumped in here, and I appreciate everyone that jumped in here. Again, I just kind of wanted to let everybody know that I'm gonna kind of get out of the soft plastic business. I think there's someone out there other than myself that could benefit from what I've got. If you have any interest, you can email take2fishing@gmail.com. If you have any interest whatsoever in what I have, I don't want to separate the package. I know for a fact what I've got involved, or what I've got invested in the package. I would gladly sell everything that I've got for $2,000. That is a very great deal. Again, over 20 molds, dual injectors, single injectors, microwave, toaster oven, vacuum system with 2 vessels, a medium and a large, so you can actually do your soft plastic in a gallon. If you want to just pour the entire gallon in there and vaporize or vacuum the entire gallon at one time, I would do it in 2-cup or 4-cup mix. Glitters, pearls, powders, everything that you could possibly think of. Guys, I really do appreciate you jumping on here long enough to check this video out. Some of you just jumping in at the tail end. Once again, just a small announcement. Made a lot of soft plastics in my time. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Had a lot of people who supported me in the business. I'm going to be getting out of the business. This stuff's been sitting here for quite some time. Again, injectors, molds, glitters, colorants, anything you could possibly think of, and a little bit of tech support if you needed it. Guys, I appreciate you so much for jumping on here with me for a short period of time to watch my live. Thank you so much. Team Strike Zone, thank you to you, man. A special shout out to you. I appreciate you, man, over the years, that the commitment to stay with me. Wow, man, what a surprise to see you on here today. Guys, God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe. I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you later.